Alright. Hey everyone. I came out here for some tea, but I wanted to talk to everyone about watering, the best time to water your plants. When is the best time to water your plants? Alright. I would say anytime your plants need water is probably the best time to water your plants. They say if it's too hot, don't water your plants. I say if your plants are thirsty, you might want to give them some water. But would that change the fact that there's a best time to water? Yeah, I would say maybe the earliest part of the morning. The earliest part of the morning, if it's not too cold, I would definitely get out there and water, because that way the water can evaporate throughout the day and your plants aren't just sitting in water. You wouldn't want your plants to just be sitting in water. So when you water during the night, the water can evaporate, and that will cause your plants to actually sit in water. And not a lot of plants like to be in standing water. So my best recommendation is the earliest part of the morning. When you water at night, since the water can't go anywhere, you will get like a lot of mushrooms like this, which aren't a bad thing. We'll talk more about mushrooms in a later video, but when you water at night, that'll cause mushrooms to form up because the water can't go anywhere, and then there's a lot of moisture in your garden. But mushrooms are not a bad thing, guys. Standing water is for certain plants. Not all plants like to be sitting in standing water. So I would say, anytime from 6 in the morning to 11 in the morning. That would be the best time to water your plants. From 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning to 11 in the morning. Anytime other than that, you would be just watering those plants just because they might be thirsty. They might really need it. But you want to get out here early. Plants start their day early. And if you're a gardener, you want to start your day early as well. You know what they say, early bird gets the worm. I like to say the early bird gets the fruit. Right? Also, when it comes to watering, I'm sure not all parts of your soil are the same. So, as you can see right here is my native dirt, which doesn't accept water too well. So under here is probably not too moist, because this native dirt, I'm here in the desert in Las Vegas, and our dirt doesn't accept water very well. So you want to do deep watering when you don't have very well soil. That way that water could penetrate those layers. Now you don't want to just stick a bunch of water on top of this native dirt, because it will sit on top and it won't penetrate. So the best thing to do would be to water your plants normally, go somewhere else, water a different plant, and then come back to that area after that water settles in, and then it can move past this organic material and then past your native dirt, and after you soak it again, you could get different layers under the soil moist. And that's what's important. That way, later on, if you foresee any drought coming, or you just haven't been able to water your plants, here in Nevada we don't get too much rain. So at that point, you want your plants to be able to find water deep down below. So you got to be providing that water deep down below. Once that topsoil goes ahead and dries out, those roots could go lower and lower and lower and search for that water, right? As you guys can see, my mushrooms are really just coming up, but mushrooms are actually a very good thing. We'll talk about that in a later video. But yeah, guys, I just came out here to harvest some stuff for tea. If you guys want to join along for that, maybe I might do a video on how to make tea fresh out the garden. But as for now, I'll show you what I'll be harvesting today. This right here is chamomile, and we'll be harvesting a few flowers off here to go ahead and make our tea. As you guys can see, the bugs are really loving this. Bees are flying right past my face. I'm not being too nice about it. For chamomile, all you gotta do is just go ahead and grab that top flower. You just put them in between your fingers and you could pull them right off. And sorry guys, I am using a phone, so there's no editing for me or anything like that. You guys should smell these. It smells so good. Chamomile. We'll probably get a little bit more. We're gonna go for a nice chamomile vibe today. Here at the Groovy Gardens, where we grow natural. Not organically, but natural. We mimic nature, what we see out in nature. We just mimic that, and then you know, it always seems to work. It always seems to work because it always works in nature. So if you do it the right way. As you can see, I'm in the desert. Nevada, people say you can't really grow much things here. As you can see, I have quite a few selection and variety of plants here that I choose to grow, even though a lot of these plants they say you can't grow. I would say to any gardeners just starting out, I would say don't listen today. Man, I would say don't even listen to yourself, because you'll probably be your worst critic. You'll probably tell yourself how you can't grow certain things, and I don't think it's up to you. I don't want to bring religion into it and say it's up to God, even though I believe so, but I would say that, you know, it's not up to you. It's up to the plant, whether it wants to survive or not. So put it out there. The sun, the soil, the microorganisms, everything will do all the work for you. There's not much you have to do yourself. This right here is pineapple sage. We're going to harvest some of this as well for our tea. One second, guys. So we'll wash this off before throwing that pineapple sage in our tea with our chamomile. I will be doing a video on making tea very soon on best practices to make tea. I know a lot of people use mainly like one item or one herb or a main herb when they make tea. I like to throw variety in my tea. Whoa, sorry guys. I like to throw variety in my tea. Here's some spearmint. We're gonna grab some of this. Okay, it's getting hard, guys. Give me a second. Sorry for the poor camera, guys. I am out here by myself most of the time. I do get help, but it's if you're not passionate about the garden, it's a lot of hard work. So you gotta kind of be passionate about it. My son will come out here and help me all the time. Other than that, he likes to stay in the house, especially when it's real hot out here. And this right here is a spearmint that I just threw in here. Right? Alright. I'm gonna throw some thyme. In this tea. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by as well. I just want to let everybody know, if you're not growing now, get to growing. If you are growing, great job. And never stop. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't listen today. Don't listen today. Put it out there. See what the plant can do. It's not always about your ideas and what you could come up with. One second as I snip this. Sorry. So it's not all about you know, just what you can come up with. Like I said, mimic nature. Pay attention to what nature's already doing. And then try that. Try that. Alright guys, thank you. I'm gonna go in the house, make my tea, and I appreciate you guys for coming. Remember, the best time to water your plants would be around 6 in the morning to, I would say, 11 a.m. If you want to do later, then I would say 4 p.m. when the sun's falling, anywhere to like 6 or 7 p.m. But then remember that that water has nowhere to go throughout the nighttime. So if you're in a arid climate like mine that's very dry, then that might be useful. If you're in a moist state, maybe like California or Florida, yeah, you want to stay away from that. But I appreciate you guys coming, and you guys have a wonderful, groovy day.